May I commence the proceedings now? தமிழ்த்தாய் வாழ்த்து. I read the notifications issued by the Government of India. In exercise of the powers conferred by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, the President is pleased to appoint 1. Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan, 2. A. Nakiran, 3. Veerasamy Sivanganam, 4. Ganesan Ilangovan and Srimati Anandi Subramanian to be additional judges of the Madras High Court in the order of seniority. The appointment of Sri 1. Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan, 2. A. Nakiran, 3. Veerasamy Sivanganam and 4. Ganesan Ilangovan would be for a period of 2 years with effect from the date they assume charge of their respective offices. However, the period of appointment of Srimati Anandi Subramanian would be with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office till 30th July 2022. Signed, Rajendra Kaushik, Joint Secretary to the Government of India. I read the another notification issued by the Government of India. In exercise of the powers conferred by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, the President is pleased to appoint 1. Srimati Kannammal Shanmuga Sundaram, Sri 2. Sati Kumar Sugumar Group, 3. Murali Shankar Kuppuraju, 4. Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya and 5. Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam to be additional judges of the Madras High Court in the order of seniority. The appointment of Sri Sati Kumar Sugumar Group, Murali Shankar Kuppuraju, Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya and Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam would be for a period of 2 years with effect from the date they assume charge of their respective offices. However, the period of appointment of Srimati Kannammal Shanmuga Sundaram would be with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office till 19th July 2022. Signed, Rajendra Kaushik, Joint Secretary to the Government of India. I read the authorization given by the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. Under Article 219 of the Constitution of India, I, Banwarilal Purohit, Governor of Tamil Nadu, hereby authorize you, Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, Chief Justice of Madras High Court, to administer oath of office in the appropriate form to the following 10 district judges who have been appointed as additional judges of the Madras High Court in the order of seniority. 1. Sri Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan, 2. Sri A. Nakiran, 3. Sri Veerasamy Sivanganam, 4. Sri Ganesan Ilangovan, 5. Srimati Anandi Subramanian, 6. Srimati Kannammal Shanmuga Sundaram, 7. Sri Sati Kumar Sugumar Group, 8. Sri Murali Shankar Kuppuraju, 9. Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya, 10. Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam. With warm regards, yours sincerely, signed, Banwarilal Purohit. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Sri Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office. Given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India, signed, President of India. I request Sri Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan to take oath of office.
I, Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, Milo. I read the warrant of appointment of Sri A.A. Nakiran. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri A.A. Nakiran to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years, with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office. Given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December, in the year 2020, in the 71st year of Republic of India, signed President of India. I request Sri A.A. Nakiran to take oath of office.
I,
I, A.A. Nakiran,
having been appointed as the additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and do the best of my ability, knowledge, and judgment,
perform the duties of my office without
Perform-
fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection, or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution of the laws.
Thank you, my lord. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Sri Veeraswamy Sivanyanam. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Veeraswamy Sivanyanam to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years, with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office. Given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India, signed President of India. I request Sri Veeraswamy Sivanyanam to take oath of office.
I,
I,
having, please your name,
Veeraswamy Sivanyanam,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court, Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully, to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Sri Ganesan Ilangovan. By virtue of the power vested in me by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Ganesan Ilangovan to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India, signed President of India. I request Sri Ganesan Ilangovan to take oath of office.
I, Ganeshan Ilangovan,
Having been appointed as the additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the Madras High Court,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Srimati Anandi Subramanian. By virtue of the power vested in me by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Srimati Anandi Subramanian to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office till 30th July 2022, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India. I request Srimati Anandi Subramanian to take oath of office.
I,
Anandi Subramanian,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as the additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
that I will duly and faithfully and do the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
I read the warrant of appointment of Srimati Kannamal Shanmugasundaram. By virtue of the power vested in me by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Srimati Kannamal Shanmugasundaram to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office till 19th July 2022, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India. I request Srimati Kannamal Shanmugasundaram to take oath of office.
I,
Kannamal Shanmugasundaram,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Sri Sati Kumar Sugumar Group. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Sati Kumar Sugumar Group to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India. I request Sri Sati Kumar Sugumar Group to take oath of office.
I,
Satikumar Sugumar Group,
having been appointed the additional judge of the
Having
High Court
been-
of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. I read the warrant of appointment of Sri Murali Sankar Kuppuraju. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Murali Sankar Kuppuraju to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years, with effect from the date he assumed charge of his office, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India. I request Sri Murali Sankar Kuppuraju to take oath of office.
I,
Murali Shankar Kuppuraju,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. Now I read the warrant of appointment of Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years, with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of Republic of India. I request Ms. Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya to take oath of office.
I,
Manjula Ramaraju Nallayya,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of law as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my knowledge, my ability, knowledge and judgment,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. I read the warrant of appointment of Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam. By virtue of the power vested in me by Clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Govind, President of India, do hereby appoint Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam to be an additional judge of the Madras High Court for a period of 2 years, with effect from the date she assumed charge of her office, given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this first day of December in the year 2020, in the 71st year of the Republic of India. I request Srimati Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam to take oath of office.
I,
Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
having been appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Madras,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of the God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my lord. I request the Advocate General to give welcome address.
The Honorable Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, Justice A.P. Sahi, Honorable Companion Justices of the Madras High Court, former judges of the Madras High Court, family members of the newly appointed Honorable Judges, Learned Additional Solicitor General Thiru Sankara Narayanan, Learned Additional Advocates General Thiru V.S. Sethuraman, Thiru P.H. Arvind Pandian, Thiru Chella Pandian, Thiru S.T.S. Murthy, Tirumati Narmada Sampath, Thiru S.R. Rajagopal, Thiru A. Kumar, Thiru Emilias, Thiru Sricharan Rangarajan and Thiru Kumaresan, Learned Public Prosecutor Thiru A. Natarajan, Learned Government Pleader Thiru Jayaprakash Narayan, the Learned Government Pleader of Puducherry Tirumati Mala, the Learned Public Prosecutor of Puducherry Mr. Bharathan Chakravarti, and law officers attached to the central and state governments, Chairman of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry Thiru P.S. Amalraj, and Vice Chairman Thiru Karthikeyan, Co-Chairman of the Bar Council of India Thiru Prabhakaran, the President of the Madras Bar Association Thiru A.R.L. Sundaresan, the President of the Madras High Court Advocates Association Thiru Mohana Krishnan, the President of the Women Lawyers Association Tirumati Luisal Ramesh, the President of Law Association Thiru L. Chenguttuvan, and office bearers of the respective associations, the Honorable Registrar General, officers and staff of the High Court, respective seniors and beloved junior advocates, representatives of the electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen. The entire world and our great country has been facing a pandemic for the last 10 months, and as we look to the receding numbers of active cases and the possibility of a vaccine in the near future, and as we, the members of the Bar of the Madras High Court, live with the hope of early reopening of physical courts, I am delighted to welcome the 10 newly appointed judges who have just taken oath of office as judges of this prestigious chartered High Court. On behalf of the members of the Bar, I have the greatest pleasure in extending a warm welcome to all of you. With these appointments, the working strength of our High Court has increased to 64 against the approved strength of 75. I sincerely thank the Honorable Chief Justice of India, the respective collegia, and all other dignitaries involved in the initiatives and efforts taken in making these appointments. But at the same time, on behalf of the Bar, I would like to express the hope that the remaining 11 vacancies are also filled up at the earliest, so that one day, at least in my lifetime, we can see the full strength of 75 judges on this dais. Justice G. Chandrasekharan is the son of late Mr. V. Govindarajalu and Tirumati V. Sarojini. Your Lordship was born in Sriviliputtur in Kamaraja district and studied at the American College Higher Secondary School, Madurai, the Syed Amal Higher Secondary School at Ramanathapuram, and the St. Brito Higher Secondary School at Madurai. Your Lordship had your collegiate education at Saurashtra College, Madurai, and did your law at the Government Law College at Madurai. Your Lordship enrolled as an advocate on 25/2/1987 and practiced at Madurai and Chennai under late Mr. K. Gopal Krishnan at Madurai and Mr. B.S. Jnanadesikan, Senior Advocate at Chennai. On 1/7/1991, your Lordship was appointed as a Civil Judge Junior Division cum Judicial Magistrate First Class and served at Coimbatore, Musiri, Karaikudi, Tiruchirappalli and Namakkal. Thereafter, your Lordship was promoted as a Senior Civil Judge and served at Chennai and Pollachi. Your Lordship was promoted as an Additional District Judge of the Fast Track Court and served at Ramanathapuram and Salem, and was later posted as Additional District Judge at Salem and Coimbatore, Principal District Judge at Kanyakumari District, Presiding Officer, Principal Labour Court, Chennai, and thereafter, till your Lordship's elevation, your Lordship was serving as the Director of the Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy. As a Director of the Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, your Lordship has been organizing a number of training sessions, seminars and conferences, and has made the Academy one of the most vibrant and lively academies in the country. Justice A. Nakiran is the son of late Mr. N.A. Annamalai and late Mrs. A. Nagabhushanam. Your Lordship had your school judge and served at Ponneri, Tanjavur and Nagapatnam, and as district judge at Udagamandalam. Your Lordship served as Principal District Judge at Tanjavur and as a presiding officer of the Industrial Tribunal, Chennai, till elevation as a judge of this Honorable Court. Justice V. Sivanyanam is the son of Mr. M. Veerasamy and was born at Theriyandrur in Mailadurai district. Your Lordship's father was a teacher and an agriculturist. Your Lordship had education up to the 10th standard at Theriyandur Village School and did higher secondary at Kutralam Government Higher Secondary School, the BA degree at AVC College at Mailadurai, and studied law at the Government Law College at Pondicherry. Your Lordship enrolled as an advocate in 1986 and practiced at the Kumbakonam courts under a well-known advocate, Mr. R. Narayanan. Your Lordship was appointed as a judicial magistrate in 1991 and worked at Erode, Namakkal, Bhavani, Tiruvarur, Kadalur, and in Chennai as a judicial member of the Sales Tax Tribunal and as the Chief Judge of the Court of Small Causes. Your Lordship was appointed as the Chairman of the Sales Tax Tribunal and thereafter as Principal District Judge at Theni, Tiruvarur, and Tanjavur till elevation as a Judge of this Honorable Court. Justice G. Ilangovan was born at Metupalayam village in Tiruvarur district to Mr. Ganeshan and Mrs. Neelavati. Your Lordship's father was engaged in agriculture. Your Lordship had early education in Villakudi, your high school education at St. John de Brito High School, and finished your higher secondary from the Government Higher Secondary School at Tiruthuraipundi. Your Lordship graduated from the Bishop Heber College at Tiruchirappalli and did your law at the Government Law College, Tiruchirappalli. Your Lordship enrolled as a lawyer on 24/12/1986 and was appointed as a district munsif cum judicial magistrate on 1/7/1991. Your Lordship was promoted as a civil judge senior division in 2002 and as a district judge in 2010. Your Lordship has served at Coimbatore, Erode, as Registrar Judicial in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court and as Principal District Judge Pudukkottai, Judge of the Mahila Court in Madurai, and as Principal District Judge in Madurai till your Lordship's elevation as a Judge of this Honorable Court. Justice Anandi Subramanian was born in Antiyur in Erode district to Thiru V. Subramanian and Tirumati S. Ambujam. After your Ladyship's school education in Chennai, your Ladyship graduated from colleges in Chennai and Tirunelveli. Your Ladyship graduated in law at the Chennai and Madurai law colleges and began your career in judicial service in 1991 and served as a civil judge junior division in Sriviliputtur, Ramanathapuram, Tenkasi, Sivaganga, Namakkal, and Dindigal. Your Ladyship was promoted as a civil judge senior division in 2003 and served at Dindigal, Chennai, Tiruchirappalli, and Chengalpad. In 2015, your Ladyship was promoted as a district judge and served at Chengalpad. During the period from 2016 to 2020, your Ladyship served as the principal district judge at Vellore and Viluppuram. Your Ladyship's father, Thiru V. Subramanian, had earlier served as a principal district judge, and unfortunately, while his name was being considered for elevation to the High Court, he passed away. Justice Anandi Subramanian is married to Mr. R. Kartikeya Kumar, advocate, and is blessed with 2 sons who are currently placed at Germany and Dubai. Your Ladyship is also blessed with 2 grandchildren. Your Ladyship has 2 younger sisters, and one of them, Mrs. S. Mallarvi, is currently serving as the district judge in Perambalur district. Justice S. Kannamal is the daughter of Mr. Shanmugasundaram. After graduation in law, your Ladyship was appointed as a civil judge junior division on 1/7/1991 and served at Shankari, Kovilpatti, Tirunelveli, Vellore, and Tanjavur. In 2004, your Ladyship was promoted as a civil judge senior division and worked at Tanjavur, Tiruchirappalli, Tiruchengode, and Krishnagiri. Thereafter, your Ladyship was promoted as a district judge in 2012 and worked at Chennai and Madurai and retired on 31/7/2020. Your Ladyship would have had a seamless elevation to the High Court, except for the fact that there was some unavoidable delay in consideration of the names for elevation. Your Ladyship's own sister has recently retired as a judge of this Honorable Court. Justice S. Satikumar is the son of Mr. V. N. Sukumara Kurup and was born at Tiruvittur in Chennai. Your Lordship graduated from Tyagaraja College at Chennai and did your law at Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College at Chennai. Your Lordship's late father was an ex-serviceman who retired from the Indian Army and after retirement worked in Ashok Leyland. Your Lordship's late mother, Mrs. A.P. Tankama, was a homemaker. After graduation in law, Your Lordship enrolled as an advocate in 1988 and joined a well-known advocate, Mr. U. Tyagarajan. Your Lordship practiced in the criminal side under Mr. A.K.S. Tahir for a period of 1 year and thereafter started independent practice. In 1994, Your Lordship joined service as a district munsif and was posted at Salem, Kallakurchi and Ponneri. Your Lordship served as judicial magistrate at Vellore, as district munsif at Jinji, as sub-judge at Bhavani and then at Harur, as assistant judge in the City Civil Court at Chennai, and chief judicial magistrate at Sivaganga and Tiruvallur, and was then promoted as district judge and served at Krishnagiri, Kanyakumari, Madurai, and as a special judge, special court under the TANPID Act in Chennai till elevation. Your Lordship's wife, Mrs. G. Nalini, is a practicing advocate in the Madras High Court, and your only son, Praveen Kumar, has completed his graduation in software engineering just this year and is now employed as a systems engineer in Tata Consultancy Services. Justice K. Murali Shankar is the son of Thiru K. Kupuraju and Tirumati V. Vijayalakshmi. Your Lordship did your schooling at Devanga Higher Secondary School in Coimbatore and graduated in law from the Coimbatore Law College. Your Lordship enrolled as an advocate in 1991 and joined the office of K.V. Sivaraju, a renowned advocate in Coimbatore. Your Lordship joined judicial service as a civil judge in 1995 and was promoted as a civil judge senior division in 2005 and further promoted as a district judge in 2013. Your Lordship served as a presiding officer, Labour Court, Madurai, and as a principal district judge in Pudukkottai, Dindigul, and Tiruchirappalli. Your Lordship is married to Tirumati T.V. Tamil Selvi, now Justice Tamil Selvi, who was just sworn in as a judge of the Madras High Court along with Your Lordship, thus making judicial history for this honourable court, since it is the first time that a husband and wife couple have been sworn in as judges on the same day. The only other precedent is that of Justice Vivek Puri and Justice Archana Puri, who were members of the Punjab Superior Judicial Service and who were sworn in as judges of the Punjab High Court on the same day on 28/11/2019. Justice R.N. Manjula was born along with 5 siblings to late Tirumati Papati Amal and Thiru Nallaya. Your Ladyship did your schooling at St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School, Dindigul, your graduation in chemistry in the MVM Arts College at Dindigul, your law degree from the Madras Law College, your Master of Law in Contracts from Annamalai University, Masters in Human Rights from Pondicherry Central University, and a Master of Arts in Women's Studies from Mother Teresa University at Kodaikanal. Your Ladyship's current academic pursuit is for a PhD program in Women's Studies. After graduation in law, Your Ladyship enrolled in 1987 and worked in the office of Advocates R. Shankar and S. Krishnakumar at Dindigul and practiced in both the civil and criminal side. Your Ladyship joined judicial service as a civil judge junior division in 1995 and served in various places in various capacities and has over 25 years of judicial service. Your Ladyship also served as the registrar for the Tamil Nadu State Human Rights Commission during 2016-17. Just before elevation, Your Ladyship served as the special judge for POXO cases in Chennai. While working as assistant sessions judge in Kovilpatti, Your Ladyship delivered judgment in the sensational bomb blast case and convicted the accused. While working as a special judge for POXO court at Chennai, Your Ladyship delivered judgment in the city's sensational Ainavaram child rape case and convicted the accused. Your Ladyship also acted as the head of a 3-member special committee appointed by the then chairperson of the Tamil Nadu State Human Rights Commission for making an inquiry about the calamity that occurred on Marina Beach due to the Jallikattu protest. It is also worthy to note that Your Ladyship was chosen as one among 2 to represent India at the Netherlands Program on Protection of Human Rights conducted by the Hague Academy of International Law at the International Court of Justice for Young Judges and Lawyers in the year 1998. Justice T.V. Tamil Selvi, wife of Justice Murali Shankar, is a native of Erode and after enrollment and practice joined judicial service on 27/11/1995. Your ladyship served as Civil Judge Junior Division in Coimbatore, Tanjavur, Karur and Darapuram, and as a Civil Judge Senior Division in Salem, Tanjavur and Tiruchirappalli. After promotion as District Judge, your ladyship served at Madurai, Tiruchirappalli and Pudukkottai and as the Registrar Judicial of the Madurai Bench of the Madras High Court. As can be seen from the above narration, your lordships have experience of 25 to 30 years of judicial service, be it civil law, criminal law, family law, labor law, or the law relating to sales tax. I can say with utmost confidence that your lordships would make a significant contribution to the cause of administration of justice while maintaining the great traditions of this hallowed institution. I am sure that each of your lordships' families must be extremely proud of your achievement today. Your lordship's appointment as a judge of this great institution is not only a recognition of your abilities, but also reflects the faith and confidence that the High Court, the Supreme Court, and the Union of India have placed on your lordships. As far as the Madras High Court is concerned, it is a matter of pride for all of us that this High Court has 13 lady judges, the highest among all high courts in the country. I am sure that with the increase in the strength of judges, we will be in a position to have the pendency of cases reduced considerably and justice rendered swiftly. Keeping in mind the same, on behalf of the members of the bar, I assure that the bar will give its unstinted and wholehearted cooperation, and I wish your lordships a very successful, satisfying, and memorable tenure of office. Once again, on behalf of the bar, I would like to congratulate all the newly appointed judges and wish your lordships Godspeed in your mission to render justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will.
Thank you, sir. I request the Chairman, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry to give welcome address.
My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Companion Judges of this Honorable High Court, the Honorable Judges sworn in today, Honorable Mr. Justice Chandrasekharan, Honorable Mr. Justice Nakiran, Honorable Mr. Justice Sivanyanam, Honorable Mr. Justice Ilangovan, Honorable Mrs. Justice Anandi, Honorable Mrs. Justice Kannammal, Honorable Mr. Justice Satish Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice Murali Shankar, Honorable Miss Judge Manjula, Honorable Mrs. Justice Tamil Selvi, Learned Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Learned Additional Advocate Generals, Learned Public Prosecutor, High Court of Madras, Learned Government Pleader, High Court of Madras, Learned Public Prosecutor, Puducherry, Learned Government Pleader, Puducherry, Mr. Karthikeyan, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Co-Chairman, Bar Council of India, Mr. Vel Murugan, Member, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Mohanakrishnan, President, Madras High Court Advocate Association and other office bearer of the association, Mr. A.R. Sundaresan, President, Madras Bar Association, Mrs. Louisal Ramesh, President, Women Lawyer Association, Mr. Sengutuvan, President, Law Association of Chennai, learned senior advocates, learned judicial officers, learned brothers and sisters of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. I have a great pleasure in the midst of you and in welcoming the newly appointed judges to adorn this chartered High Court. At the outset, I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to my Lord Chief Justice of India, the Collegium Judges of Honorable Supreme Court, Honorable Chief Justice and other Collegium Judges of this chartered High Court for having the new judges of this Honorable High Court. I congratulate the honorable judges sworn in today. The learned Advocate General has elaborately mentioned about the profiles of the new judges and their experience in the judiciary. We have no doubt that your Lordship, gifted with the excellent temperament and well equipped in legal matter, would win the hearts of the bench, the bar, the public of the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. On behalf of the bar and on my own, I assure your Lordship a most successful career as judges of this Chartered High Court, and assure your Lordship our wholeheartedly and unstinted cooperation. The Bar Council is serving the legal fraternity since then the day of commencement on its play a vital role in preservation of the independence of judiciary, which is one of the basic structures of the Constitution. The Bar Council is responsible to protect and to prevent each and every act of illegal attempts against the institution of judiciary. The judiciary is not only of the guardian of the rule of law and a third pillar, but in fact, the central pillar of the democratic state. It is disciplined body to safeguard the legal system in order to uphold the majesty of the profession. The Bar Council Tamil Nadu and Puducherry assures that it will always stand behind any court of law when it take a decision against any person or any authority, howsoever high, in discharge of solemn function of upholding its majesty, dignity of honor. The Bar Council Tamil Nadu and Puducherry will be second to none in extending its wholehearted support to the judiciary when action has to be taken against the unscrupulous person targeting its independence, who are bent upon the tarnishing its image without any reason. In such circumstances, the judiciary has to assert its judicial might by acting against such person with an iron hand. Only then the purity, independence, and the majesty of the courts will be upheld. The judiciary can rest assured that it will always support any action taken against those persons in the interest of the judiciary. Once again, I welcome all the new honorable judges appointed to the Chartered High Court, and also I pray God Almighty to complete their tenure successfully and peacefully. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request the President, Madras High Court Advocates Association, to give welcome address.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, the Honorable Companion Judges of this Honorable High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Chandrasekharan, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Nakiran, Honorable Mr. Justice Sivanjanam, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Ilangovan, Honorable Mrs. Justice S. Anandi, Honorable Mrs. Justice S. Kannammal, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Satyakumar, Honorable Mr. Justice K. Murali Shankar, Honorable Mr. Justice R. N. Manjula, Honorable Mrs. Justice T. V. Tamil Selvi, Learned Advocate General Mr. Vijay Narayanan, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Learned Additional Advocate Generals, Learned Public Prosecutor High Court of Madras, Learned Government Pleader High Court of Madras, Learned Public Prosecutor Puducherry, Learned Government Pleader Puducherry, Thiru P. S. Amalraj, Chairman Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Thiru V. Karthikeyan, Vice Chairman Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Thiru S. Prabhakaran, Co-Chairman Bar Council of India, Mr. A.R.L. Sundaresan, President of MBA, Louis Al Ramesh, President of Human Lawyers Association, Sengutuvan, President of Law Association, Mr. Krishna Kumar, Secretary of MHA, Mr. Harsh Sudha, Vice President of MHA. On behalf of MHA, I deem it my privilege to welcome all the newly appointed honorable judges of this great Chartered High Court. On behalf of members of MHA, we assure your lordships our fullest cooperation in the hearing and disposal of cases. This court has seen legendary judges who had set benchmark for entire judiciary by their performance and nobility. I am sure that the same will be further extended to the future generation by your for help. Chambers and also slowly improve the physical hearings so that many advocates who are in distress due to loss of practice in pandemic times may be able to revive and live with dignity. We assure our fullest cooperation in the following safety protocols while attending physical hearing. I thank my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, for this opportunity and seek your benevolence in opening the courts. Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you, sir. I request the President, Madras Bar Association, to give welcome address.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, my Lords, the Honorable Companion Judges, my Lords, the newly sworn-in judges, Learned Advocate General, and all the office bearers, all the law officers of the state government, Learned Additional Solicitor General, and all the law officers of the central government, learned senior advocates, friends who are watching this program on live stream, family members of the newly appointed honorable judges, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. I deem it a proud privilege to stand before the August full court to welcome the 10 newly appointed judges today. I, on my behalf and on behalf of the Madras Bar Association and the members of the Bar Association, wholeheartedly welcome the Honorable High Court has more number of women judges than any other High Court. We thank Justice T.V. Tamilselvi on behalf of MBA for the support which was rendered by the Honorable Judge at the time of distribution of the benefits to the affected people at the time of Gaja in 2016, when the Honorable Judge was the Principal District Judge at Pudukkottai. Number 10 is considered as a sacred number. Pythagoras thought 10 was the most sacred number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 representing existence, 2 creation, 3 life, and 4 representing the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. Today, we have 10 of your lordships joining the sacred temple of the Constitutional Court. We wish your lordships will have a successful tenure with the help and all the assistance from the bar. On behalf of the members of the bar, we assure your lordships full cooperation in the dispensation of justice. One request, if you would place before your lordships, is to be considerate in granting adjournments or passovers during this time of pandemic, when we are shifting from one system to another system, from a cell phone to a laptop or an iPad. Of course, we will not ask for adjournments unnecessarily. I once again welcome all the honorable judges and thank you all for your opportunity.
Thank you, sir. I request the President, Women Lawyer Association, to give welcome address.
அனைவருக்கும் பணிவான காலை வணக்கம். Honorable, dynamic and respected Chief Justice, other companion judges, Advocate General, Chairman Bar Council, Co-Chairman All India Bar Council, President Madras High Court Advocate Association, President Madras Bar Association, President Law Association, and other dignitaries present here. On behalf of Women Lawyers Association, my warm welcome to Honorable Justice G. Chandrasekharan, Honorable Justice A. Nakiran, Honorable Justice A. Sivanyanam, Honorable Justice G. Ilangovan, Honorable Justice Tirumadi S. Anandi, Honorable Justice Tirumadi S. Kannamal, Honorable Justice S. Satish Kumar, Honorable Justice K. Murali Shankar, Honorable Justice R. N. Manjula, Honorable Justice T.V. Tamilselvi. We assure our sincere prayers and good wishes to all the judges. இன்றைய தினம் பதவியேற்ற அனைத்து நீதியரசர்களும் பெண் வழக்கத்தின் பெருமைக்குரிய நீதியரசர்களும் நீதி அரசிகளும் பல்லாண்டு வாழ வாழ்த்துகிறோம். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, madam. I request the President, Law Association, to give welcome address.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice and the companion judges of this Honorable Court, my Lord Justice Sri Chandrasekharan, Justice Sri Nakiran, Justice Sri B. Sivananam, Justice Sri G. Ilangovan, Justice Srimadi S. Anandi, Justice S. Kannamal, Justice S. Satikumar, Justice Sri Murali Shankar, Justice Ms. R.N. Manchula, Justice Srimati T.V. Tamilchelvi, Honorable Judges of this Honorable High Court. My respected Advocate General, Additional Solicitor General, General and the law officers of the state and the central, the presence of the President and the office bearers of the various associations, co-chairman, All India Bar Council, chairman and the vice chairman of the Tamil Nadu Bar Council, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. On behalf of the Law Association, I have the greatest privilege and pleasure in extending the newly appointed judges of this Honorable High Court a very warm and hearty welcome on your assumption of office as Honorable Judges of this Honorable Chartered High Court. The Law Association is in its 87th year of glorious existence, has been a witness to many historic events in the annals of this Chartered High Court. And also, this historic day, seeing the elevation of the 10 new honorable judges, the newly elevated judges also bring with them their decades of rich and varied experience in district judiciary. I am sure that rich experience will enable all the newly elevated judges to keep the flag of justice flying high, giving relief and hope to all the citizens of the great land who knock down the door of the Honorable High Court. We assure the newly appointed judges that we will give our fullest cooperation in the discharge of our duty as judges of this Honorable High Court. I wish on behalf of the office bearers and members of the Law Association that newly appointed Honorable judges will have a happy and memorable tenure of this Honorable High Court. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. I request Honorable Sri Justice Govindarajulu Chandrasekharan to give reply.
Milord, Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, Learned Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Learned Additional Advocate General, Learned Public Prosecutor, Law Officers, Chairman and Office Bearers of Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, President and Office Bearers of Madras High Court Advocates Association, Madras Bar Association, Women Lawyers Association and Law Association, Learned Senior Advocates and members of the Bar, Registrar General and other registrars, registry officials, judicial officers, my relatives and friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and greetings to all. First of all, I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Justice for presiding over this swearing-in ceremony and other honorable judges for their gracious presence. Today is an important and momentous day in my life. My humble pranams to the Almighty and my father, late through V. Govindarajulu, who is blessing me from above for making this day possible. It's a great pleasure and privilege to assume the office of Additional Judge of this prestigious Chartered High Court. My gratitude has no bounds to my father, late V. Govindarajulu, and my mother, Tirumati V. Sarojini, for giving me life and inculcating in me the qualities of honesty, integrity, sincerity, and discipline. I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Collegium of Madras High Court for reposing confidence in me and recommending my name for the elevation as a judge of the High Court of Madras. I would also like to thank the Honorable Collegium of the Supreme Court of India for approving the recommendation made by the Honorable Collegium of High Court of Madras. I profusely thank the Honorable Consulting Judges for endorsing the recommendation made by the Honorable Collegium of High Court of Madras. I joined the office of Senior Advocate late through K. Gopalakrishnan, a renowned civil advocate in Madurai, in February 1987, and was under his tutelage till 1990. It was like a Gurukul, and the foundation for my career was laid there. I fondly remember him now, and I'm sure that I made him proud today. My deep gratitude and thanks to him. During the summer of 1990, I joined the office of Mr. B.S. Jnanadesigan, Senior Advocate, High Court of Madras, and was with him till my appointment as Civil Judge Junior Division, cum Judicial Magistrate First Class, on 1/7/1991. Though I was with a Senior Advocate for only 1 year, he gave me full freedom and opportunity to appear before all the courts in Chennai, including the High Court. That period widened my area of practice and enhanced my learning skills. I thank him from the bottom of my heart for all the opportunities provided to me and the support given to me. From 1/7/1991, I served in various stations in Tamil Nadu in various capacities as civil judge, senior civil judge, district judge in Fast Track Court, additional district judge, principal district judge, presiding officer of Principal Labour Court, Chennai, till 30/9/2016. I recollect my association with all the staff members and their assistants to me in discharging my duties effectively. I thank them all. My last stint in Tamil Nadu State Judiciary was as the director of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy from 1/10/2016 to 2/12/2020. This period was a very engaging and happening period to me. The Patron-in-Chief of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, the Honorable Chief Justice, the President and members of Board of Governors, Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, have always been supportive of me and guided me in organizing national conferences, regional conferences, and other training programs. I sincerely thank them for all the guidance and support. I would also like to thank Mr. A.K. Bagupali Khan, Additional Director, Mr. S.P. Risiroshan, Mr. D. Balu, Mr. Joseph Jai, Deputy Directors, and Mr. S. Balakrishnan and Mr. P. Sukmar, former Deputy Directors, and all the staff members of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, past and present, for their unstinted cooperation and support during my tenure. I express my gratitude and thanks to the Registrar General, Mr. C. Kumarappan, other registrars, and the registry officials for their active cooperation and support in all the endeavors of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy. On the family front, I would like to thank my wife C. Brunda, who is a source of strength and support to me, my son C. Rinik Aravind and daughter C. Kirtana, are lovely kids, and I thank them for their support. I would like to thank my father-in-law, late Dr. T.D. Srinivasan, and my mother-in-law, Trimati Meera Srinivasan, for all the support. I thank my brothers and sisters, my brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, co-brothers, friends, relatives, and well-wishers for their wishes and support. Finally, I would like to thank the Land Advocate General and other speakers for the nice introduction and welcome. With the blessings of Almighty, guidance of senior judges, senior advocates, and other members of the bar, I assure that I will rededicate myself to the divine duty of dispensation of justice without fear of favor, affection, or ill will. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Sri Justice A.A. Nakiran to give reply.
My respectful Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, my brother and sister judges and advocates, respected Advocate General of Tamil Nadu, President of members of Madras High Court Association, President and members of Madras Bar Association, President and members of Women Lawyer Association, President and members of Law Association, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First of all, I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court and Collegium of Judges who recommended my name for the elevation. Further, I express my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice of India and Collegium of Judges of Honorable Supreme Court. I thank my Almighty God for giving me this opportunity to serve the public as judge of this Honorable High Court. To reach this position, my wife, my daughter, my parents, my senior, Mr. R. Subramanian, who is not among us now, are very supportive of me and stood by me in all my difficult situations. I take this chance to thank them. During my service in Tamil Nadu Judicial Department, I was having the support of my subordinate staff, whoever I served. I take the opportunity to thank them all, judicial ministerial staff. I assure that I will always stand for the upholding the rule of law and serve for the public welfare. I will carry out the functions of the judge of this Honorable High Court with utmost sincerity, dedication, honesty. Thank you all.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Sri Justice Veerasamy Sivanganam to give reply.
ஞாலம் நின் புகழே மிக வேண்டும் தென் ஆளவாயில் உரையும் மாதியை. My Lord Chief Justice, senior judges of the High Court, brothers and sisters, Learned Advocate General, Solicitor General, senior advocates, ladies and gentlemen, and family members of judicial officers. It is a time to express our thanks, sincere thanks. Sincere thanks will come from the heart. I want to be sincere. My heart language is my language, my mother language, Tamil. With the permission of the Chief Justice, I want to say my thanks in my language. Thank you, my Lord. வழக்கு மன்றத்தில் ஆஜராகி தன்னை அடிமை கொண்டவனை பணி கொள்ளும்போது என்ன பணி என்று கேட்டபோது தமிழில் பாடுக என்று இறைவன் ஆணையிட்டான். வழக்காடு மொழி இந்த மாநிலத்தில் தமிழ் மொழியாக இல்லை என்றாலும் அரங்கத்திலே பதவி பிரமாணம் செய்து பேசும்போதாவது தமிழ் அரங்கத்தில் விளையாட வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் என்னுடைய விருப்பம். இந்த நேரத்தில் என்னுடைய இதயபூர்வமான நன்றியை இந்த உயர்நீதிமன்றத்தின் தலைமை நீதிபதி அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களை பரிந்துரை செய்த நீதிபதி அவர்களுக்கும் மனப்பூர்வமாக நெஞ்சார்மாக தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். உச்சநீதிமன்ற தலைமை நீதிபதி அவர்களுக்கும் அவருடைய உடனிருந்த நீதிபதி அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றியை தெரிவிக்கும் நேரத்தில் நான் பணிக்கு வந்தபோது எனக்கு ஆலோசனை வழங்கிய என்னுடைய ஆசிரியரையும் நினைத்து நன்றி கூற விரும்புகின்றேன். அவர் எனக்கு 2 அறிவுரைகளை கூறினார். அதனை இங்கே நினைவுபடுத்த விரும்புகின்றேன். அந்த சமயத்தில் அறிவுரை என்பதை சப்ஸ்டான்ஸாக ஏற்றுக்கொள்வதற்கு நான் பக்குவமில்லை என்று நினைத்து விட்டார் என்று நினைக்கின்றேன். 2 கதைகளாகவே சொன்னார். அந்த கதைகளில் மிகவும் சப்ஸ்டான்ஸ் உள்ளது. அதை அப்படியே உங்களிடம் நினைவுபடுத்த விரும்புகின்றேன். ஏனென்றால் இது நினைவு கூறும் நேரம் என்பதனால். அவரிடம் நான் நீதிபதியாக தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டு விட்டேன், தங்களுடைய ஆசீர்வாதம் வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டபோது ஆலோசனை சொல்வதற்கு என்னிடம் இல்லை, இருந்தாலும் 2 மட்டும் சொல்லுகின்றேன், புரிந்து கொண்டு செயல்படு என்று சொன்னார். சொல்லத் தொடங்கினார். 2மே கதைதான். அந்த கதையை உங்களிடம் சொல்லுகின்றேன். ஹைட்ரஜன் கேஸில் பலூனில் பறந்து சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றார் ஒருவர். பறந்து செல்லும்போது சின்ன ப்ராப்ளமால் பறக்க முடியவில்லை. உதவிக்கு ஆள் கூப்பிட வேண்டியிருக்கிறது. ஆனால் எந்த இடத்தில் இருக்கிறோம் என்று தெரியவில்லை அவருக்கு. சுற்றி பார்க்கின்றார், யாருமே இல்லை. காலையில் ஒருவர் வாக்கி மட்டும் வந்து கொண்டிருந்தார். பார்த்தோன்னு, ஐயா நான் உயர நிற்கின்றேன், இது எந்த இடம் என்று கேட்கின்றார். அவர் மேலே பார்த்து, ஐயா நீங்கள் வந்திருப்பது ஆக்சிஜன் பலூன், இந்த இடத்திலிருந்து 45 கிலோமீட்டரிலிருந்து பறந்து வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள், இது சுவிட்சர்லாந்தில் செய்யப்பட்டது, இதனுடைய எடை இவ்வளவு என்று எல்லா விவரங்களையும் துல்லியமாக குறிப்பிட்டு வந்தார். அவருக்கோ உடனடியாக தகவல் தெரிவிக்க வேண்டும். அவர் கேட்கின்றார், ஐயா நீதிபதி அவர்களே நான் எந்த இடத்தில் இருக்கின்றேன் என்று சொல்லுங்கள், நான் உதவிக்கு ஆள் அழைக்க வேண்டும் என்றார். வாக்கியம் சென்றவருக்கு மிகவும் ஆச்சரியம், என்னை எப்படி என் நீதிபதி என்று தெரிந்து கொண்டா என்று. அது மிகவும் எளிது ஐயா, என்னுடைய பிரச்சனையை தவிர மற்ற எல்லாவற்றையும் நீங்கள் சரியாக சொல்லிவிட்டீர்கள், நான் இருக்கும் இடத்தை மட்டும் எனக்கு சொல்லுங்கள் என்று சொன்னார். அதனால் நான் எதுக்காக சொன்னார் என்றால், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த ப்ராப்ளம் பிஃபோர் யூ அண்ட் கிவ் சொல்யூஷன் இமீடியட்லி பிகாஸ் ஹி இன் நீட் ஆஃப் ப்ராப்ளம், ஹி இஸ் இன் த அர்ஜென்ஸ் ஆஃப் ப்ராப்ளம். அதை நான் அப்படியே இதயத்தில் பதிவு செய்து கொண்டேன். என்னிடம் பிரச்சனைக்காக வந்திருப்பது உடனடியாக அவர்களுடைய பிரச்சனையை புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும், உடனடியாக அவர்களுக்கு சொல்யூஷன் வழங்க வேண்டும். 2வதாக சொன்னது, எல்லோரும் அறிந்த கதையை தான் சொன்னார், ஆனால் அது நினைத்து பார்க்க விடை என்று கடைசி கட்டமாகும். ஹரிச்சந்திரன் கதையை எல்லோரும் படித்திருப்பார்கள், நாடகத்தை எல்லோரும் பார்த்திருப்பார்கள், ஆனால் அதனுடைய உண்மையையும் அதனுடைய தெளிவையும் மிகவும் சுட்டிக்காட்டும் இடம் அதனுடைய கடைசி பகுதியாகும். எல்லா இடங்களிலும் சந்திரமதியும் ஹரிச்சந்திரனும் எல்லாவற்றையும் இழந்து விடுகின்றார்கள். கடைசி நேரத்தில் இடுகாட்டில் நிற்கின்றார்கள். அப்போது கேட்கின்றான் கௌசிக முனிவன், இப்பொழுதாவது பொய் சொல்லுங்கள், உங்களை மாற்றிக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நாட்டை தருகின்றேன், செல்வத்தை தருகின்றேன், எல்லாவற்றையும் திரும்பத் தருகின்றேன், இப்பொழுதாவது இல்லை என்று சொல்லுகின்றார். சந்திரமதி சொல்லுகின்றார், பதி இழந்தோம், பாலனை இழந்தோம், படைத்தனல் நிதி இழந்தும், இனி வரும் உலகாகும் எனும் கதி இலக்கினும் கட்டுரைக்கும் என்கின்றார். கௌசிகன் வெட்கப்பட்டு திரும்பி போய் வருகின்றான். அடுத்த கட்டத்தில் தன்னுடைய மனைவி என்பதையும் தெரிந்து கொள்கின்றான் ஹரிச்சந்திரன். ஆனால் எரிப்பதற்கு பணம் வாங்க வேண்டும், பணம் இல்லாமல் எரிக்க முடியாது. கேட்கின்றான், பணத்தை கொடு என்று. சந்திரமதி சொல்கின்றார், பணமில்லை என்று. தாலி மின்னுகிறதே, பணமில்லை என்று பொய் சொல்கிறாய் என்று மிகவும் வருத்தப்படுகின்றார். தேவரும் முனிவரும் அறியாத தாலியை இடுகாட்டில் பிணமெரிக்கும் ஒருவன் காணும்படி தன்னுடைய நிலை ஆகிவிட்டது என்று அழுது புலம்புகின்றார். அறிந்து கொள்கின்றான் வந்திருப்போல் தன்னுடைய மனைவி என்று. இவனும் வேதனை அடைகின்றான். இருந்தாலும் கடமை தவறக்கூடாது, பணத்தை கொடு என்று கேட்கின்றான். பணம் வாங்க செல்கின்றார். கொலைப்பள்ளியோடு மன்னனுடைய மரண தண்டனையோடு திரும்புகின்றார். அந்த கதை விளக்கமாக வேண்டாம். திரும்பவும் வந்து சொல்லுகின்றான், எதற்காக நிற்கிறார் என்றால், காவலர்களோடு நிறுத்தப்பட்டிருக்கின்றால் இவளுக்கு மரண தண்டனை வலிக்கும் என்பது தர்ம தர்மத்தை கைவிடாதே, அதை நிறைவேற்று, மன்னன் ஆணை எதுவோ அதை செய் என்கின்றார். எதனால் சொன்னான் என்றால், உயர்ந்த பதவி, உயர்ந்த செல்வம் எல்லாம் ஒரு காலத்தில் இருந்து போகும், ஆனால் தர்மம் எப்போதும் இருக்கும். இதற்காக பதவிக்காகவோ செல்வத்திற்காகவோ எதற்காகவும் உலகத்தில் கிடைக்கக்கூடிய சுகத்தில் எதற்காகவும் தர்மத்தை மட்டும் கைவிடாமல் செய் என்றார். அவனும் துணிந்து செய்கின்றான். இறைவன் வருகின்றால் அருள்கின்ற இடத்தில். இந்த இடத்தில் நாம் மனதில் நிறுத்து கொள்ள வேண்டியது, எந்த காரணத்திற்காகவும் தர்மத்தை கைவிடக்கூடாது. கடைபிடிக்கக்கூடிய தர்மம் தொடர வேண்டும். தர்மம் மட்டுமே இந்த உலகத்தை இயக்கும், எல்லாவற்றையும் இயக்கும். இந்த இரண்டு அறிவுரைகளையும் என் நெஞ்சத்தில் நிறுத்தி கொண்டேன். தர்மத்தையும் வந்திருப்பவருடைய பிரச்சனைகளுக்கு உடனடி தீர்வு வழங்க வேண்டும் என்பதை என்னுடைய இதயத்தில் பதித்து கொண்டு என்னுடைய பணியை எதிர்காலம் சேர்ந்து கொண்டேன். இனியும் அந்த பணியை தொடர்ந்து செய்வதற்கு உங்கள் அனைவரையும் ஆசீர்வாதத்தையும் வாழ்த்தையும் வேண்டிக் கொள்கின்றேன். Thank you, my Chief Justice and other judges, for permitting me to say express in my language. Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you, my Lord. I request Honorable Sri Justice Ganesan Ilangovan to give reply.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice and His Lordship's companion judges, respected Advocate General, Chairman Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, law officers, office bearers and members of the various bar associations, the Registrar General, Registrar Judicial and other registrars and members of the registry, my family members, friends, present media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. I am not what I am because I am not what I am, but a product of the dreams and well-wishes of my souls and hearts. Good souls I refer here are my parents, who I believe are always with me during my good and bad times and hard times also. By the sacrifice of my parents, I am before you on this occasion. With their blessings, I start my new times. I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Collegium of this Honorable Court and as well as the Collegium of this Honorable Supreme Court. And to maintain the dignity and decorum, I am not mentioning the names of the Honorable judges, and had the opportunity of working under various Honorable judges when I was working as Registrar Judicial Madurai Bench of the Madras High Court, and I was closely moving with them. And at that time, I am able to learn more their compassion and their way of working. And I sincerely give their thanks on this occasion. And I started my practice in a Mofussil court, and my maternal uncle, Mr. T. Anandan, who is present here, was my senior, and he laid a foundation for me to stand in the profession. He was and he is with me during my good and hard times also. I express my sincere gratitude to him. The intense prayer with the confidence that has been offered by my wife has been rewarded by creating this opportunity. I shared this occasion with her on this occasion. I express my sincere gratitude to my daughter, sister, family members, and in-laws who who are loving and supporting. To me, bar is the conscience of the bench and bench of the bar. Both have to represent the conscience of the law and the society, which we intend to serve. To maintain the conscience of the bench, the bar, the law, and the society, mutual respect, confidence, and cooperation are required. I take this opportunity to make a pledge that I will maintain the balance and the conscience throughout my office. Thanking you all.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Srimati Justice Anandi Subramanian to give reply.
A very good morning to my Lord Chief Justice and other judges of Madras High Court and other respectful persons who are present here and seeing this function virtually, and my relatives and media persons and other who assembled here. First and foremost, I would like to thank Almighty God who has shown His blessings throughout my career. I would like to mention here that this has been our family's 30 years dream, which has become true today. My father, Sri V. Subramaniam, who was about to be elevated as Judge of High Court Madras, suddenly passed away in the year 1989. Hence, I seek my parents' blessings on this occasion. I also would like to thank our Chief Justice and other judges of Madras High Court to grace this function. Special thanks to my family, my husband, Mr. R. Karthikeya Kumar, and sons, Sai Ganesh and Manikandan, without whose support I am able to reach the greatest height in my career as judicial officer. And also I thank all dignitaries assembled here and my well-wishers, advocates and staffs of various courts where I served. I assure that I will continue to render the best of my service in judiciary. Thanking you. Once again, I thank all.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Srimati Justice Kannammal Shanmugasundaram to give reply.
Respected and Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, respected and honorable brothers and sister justice, respected Registrar General, respected Advocate General and government pleaders, respected presidents, secretaries and members of various bars, and each and everyone gathered here. First, I convey my sincere thanks to Honorable High Court for recommending my name for this valuable post. Next, I would like to convey my special and heartfelt thanks to my parents for their blessings, which brought me here before you. I would also like to convey my affectionate thanks to all my family members and all my well-wishers for their blessings, support, and encouragement. Special thanks to my husband, Ilango, my sons, E. Visveshwar and Ratish Sundar, for being supportive and encouraging all time. To conclude, I assure that I'll be sincere, honest, and devoted to my duties and responsibilities throughout my service. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Sri Satikumar Sugumar Group to give reply.
அனைவருக்கும் முதற்கண் வணக்கம். காலை வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். My Lord the Chief Justice and other companion judges of this Chartered High Court, Learned Advocate General, Additional Solicitor General of India, Additional Advocate Generals, Learned Government Pleader, Additional Public Prosecutor, Learned Public Prosecutor and Government Pleaders and other law officers of Pondicherry, President and Office Bearers of various bar associations, Chairman of the Bar Council, learned members of the bar, learned judicial officers, staff. I am thankful to the kind words expressed by the Learned Advocate General. I am thankful to their lordships, the Chief Justice and other judges, companion judges of this High Court for having recommended my name, and Chief Justice and other senior judges of the Honorable Supreme Court for having approved the recommendation. I also thank for their blessings for taking oath of office today. Also to the various constitutional functionaries without whom this day would not have been in my career. I am grateful to my late parents who had been an inspiration for me and guided me, for having imbibed in me the qualities of hard work, dedication and sincerity for whichever profession I chose. I am till this date living on their dedication. I am also thankful to the senior members of the bar, particularly my senior late U. Tyagarajan, who was an advocate of this very High Court, who had guided me, trained me under him in the initial days after my enrollment. I am also thankful to my learned senior through A.K.S. Tahir, who had guided me in my early career on the criminal side. I am also thankful to various judicial officers who had molded me under their guidance in the initial days of my judicial service. I am also thankful to the members of the bar in the places wherever I had served, right from Salem till today, Chennai, various places. I am also thankful to my staff who have worked along with me in the various places. Last but not the least, I am also thankful to my immediate family. Considering the present corona safety measures, my younger brother Prasad and my brother-in-law Radhakrishnan had been representing my relatives to witness this and grace this occasion. I am thankful to my wife, who was a practicing lawyer till last week before this Honorable High Court, who had sacrificed her career for this day. And also to my son, who had been understanding and affectionate in spite of my being away from them all these years, except for a few years before my elevation at Chennai. As a last word, I express and I undertake that the words expressed by the various speakers today morning, that we will discharge our duties to the best of our ability. Thanks one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Sri Justice Murali Shankar Kupuraju to give reply.
With the blessings of my Lord, Sri Rangam Ranganatha Swami, and my family goddess, Sri Veeramatri Amman, I am here before this august gathering. My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, Honorable former Judges, learned Advocate General, learned Additional Solicitor General, learned Additional Advocate Generals, learned Public Prosecutor, learned Government Pleaders, learned Assistant Solicitor General, Law Officers of Central and State Government, Chairman, Vice Chairman, and members of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, President and Office Bearers of various bar associations, senior advocates, respected Registrar General and other registrars, judges of District Judiciary, other invitees, brothers and sisters. Words cannot express how tremendously honored and privileged I feel today. As I sit here, I feel the weight of the responsibility of the role I am sworn to perform. 20 years back, on 25th November 1995, in the main High Court building near the statue of Sir T. Muthuswami Iyer, a valedictory function was organized for the completion of 2-week training program conducted for the first time in the history of our Honorable High Court for the newly recruited judges. And I was asked to give feedback in the presence of the then Honorable Chief Justice K.S. Swami and the Chairman of the Training Committee, Honorable Justice M. Srinivasan, for whom I am so grateful as he only selected me as a civil judge. At the time I was only 27 years old, and considering the then prevailing situations, my friends and colleagues visited me and informed that I will definitely become a judge of this court. I was happy, but my mind was reminding the words of Bhagavad Gita, Karmanyeva Adhikaraste Ma Baleshu Kadasane. Do your duty, not to expect rewards or results. Last week on 27th November, I have completed 20 years of my judicial service. I think this is the most appropriate time to express my gratitude to those who helped me directly or indirectly to reach this position. At the inception, I extend my thanks with great gratitude to the then Chief Justice, Honorable Justice V.K. Tahil Ramani, Honorable Justice Vinith Kothari, Honorable Justice S. Manikumar for recommending my name by placing confidence in me, and the Honorable Chief Justice of India and the Collegium Judges of Honorable Supreme Court for approving my name. I hereby bestow my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Chief Justice for having conferred privilege upon me by administering oath to become the judge of this court. When I started my practice at Coimbatore, I used to go to the courts of principal district judge and assistant district judge regularly, and only after seeing both judges at the time, I started to think of becoming a judicial officer. Those two judges later became the judges of Honorable High Court and then the Honorable Supreme Court. Honorable Justice C. Nagappan and Honorable Justice R. Bhanumathi. I must thank both of them. I express my sincere thanks to the Honorable Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Honorable Justice Indira Banerjee, Honorable Justice Ramasubramaniam for endorsing my elevation. I have to thank Honorable Justice V. Ramasubramaniam again, along with Honorable Justice M.M. Sundaresh, for selecting and promoting me as a district judge after conducting the limited competitive examination. I place on record my profound thanks to the Honorable Justice M. Satyanarayanan, Honorable Justice P. N. Prakash, Honorable Justice R. Mahadevan, Honorable Justice C. V. Karthikeyan, Honorable Justice G. R. Swaminathan for their continuous support. I am ever grateful to Honorable Justice M. Doraiswamy, my portfolio judge in 2 districts, for showering love and affection and for his continuous support, encouragement and guidance. On this great occasion, I express my utmost and sincere gratitude to my mentor and guru, Thiru K.V. Sivaraj, advocate, Coimbatore, known for his honesty, sincerity, hard working and deep knowledge in civil laws. I was attached to his office as a law student for 5 years and thereafter 4.5 years as his junior. I am very fortunate in having such a great person as my senior, and his training is still helping me in dispensation of justice in a proper way. I am very much indebted to my parent bar, Coimbatore Bar, where I learned the basics. I am thankful to all the judges from the district judiciary with whom I had an opportunity to work and learn. I am also thankful to all the bar members of the various districts of Tamil Nadu where I had worked, and all the staffs therein for their support. It is generally said that behind every successful man there is a woman, but behind my success there are more women, starting from 2 grandmothers, Marammal and Rajammal, my mother Vijayalakshmi, my 2 sisters, Sri Vidyasankari and Sivasankari, my better half Tamil Shelvi, and my lovely daughter Amruta. I am duty bound to thank them for their unbounded love and affection, understanding and motivation in my progress. I owe everything in my life to my father Kuparaju, who is my lifetime hero, and he is in a home now due to his health issues and is watching alive. Thanks to my brother Karthik and my son Vaishak for their support. I would like to thank my spiritual advisor and friend Thiru Gaudaman and my long-time friends Thiru Vijay Kumar and Andumani for their encouragement and support wishes. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Lord Murugaon Palani and Shirdi Sai Baba for blessing with this elevated position. Professor David Bannock in his book Judges said, "Judges are mere mortals, but they are asked to perform a function that is utterly divine." In the words of the first Indian judge, Sir T. Muthuswamy Iyer, the judge is vested with the power divine. I am fully conscious of the fact that dispensation of justice is a divine duty. The administration of law by the courts involves the exercise of public powers by judges. But as judges, we remember that it is the diligent, skilled, and humane service we give it to society that is the true source of the court's authority. I assure you that I will discharge my duties and with humility, humaneness, and strictly in conformity with the solemn oath I have taken today. Anevarkum nandri, vanakkam.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Miss Justice Manjula Ramaraju Nallaya to give reply.
My Lord the Chief Justice, the companion judges of the High Court of Madras, my esteemed brother and sister judges who have taken the oath of office today along with me, former judges of the High Court, Registrar General and other registrars of the High Court, learned additional solicitor and learned advocate general and other state functionaries, presidents, office bearers and members of various bar associations, members of the district judiciary, and the staff members and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, a warm good morning to one and all. I'm really overwhelmed. The joy and happiness blended in the ether around this hall and in our hearts marks this occasion a unique one. It is a much awaited day in the life of a judicial officer. To become the judge of the High Court is the dream and ambition of each judicial officer, and today I believe law is supreme because I read so and also tested it to confirm that the law is the king of kings. Nothing is mightier than law, with whose aid even the weak may prevail over the strong. After getting enrolled myself as an advocate, I got myself enrolled in the Gurukulam of my senior advocates, R. Shankar and Krishna Kumar Dindikal. They helped me to construct a strong foundation. After gaining some experience and confidence under their guidance, I endeavored to become a judge, and that happened in the year 1995, which year I tend to recall. Right from the day I took the oath of office as a junior civil judge in the very same High Court and born as a baby judge, I grew and groomed myself by looking at my High Court. My senior judges of the High Court have been my source of inspiration, without whose encouragement and assistance this would not have become possible. But the path to success is not easy. It was a tough and challenging journey, and it demanded a real hard work. One thing which was unique and which never stopped me was the scope for learning, which each of these challenges threw, despite it changed the characters each time. I miss my mother, whom I lost recently. Corona has taken the toll in my family also. It is my mother who inculcated discipline and values in me, and dedicate this day to her soul and seek her blessings. Apart from parents and family members, I could get the support of my friends and well-wishers as well. Each one I met in the journey was important for some reason or other, and I considered it as a grace of God. The advocates who practiced in my courts have also learned me a lot. I take this opportunity to thank my mother, my family, my teachers, senior judges, advocates, my staff, especially my stenographers, friends and well-wishers who have traveled with me all through and whose names and details I could not mention individually. What has been taken should be given back in order to strike a balance. So I assure that I will do my best as a judge of the High Court and live up to what is expected from me as a good judge. We are fortunate and privileged to be under the wings of our Honorable Chief Justice, and I am very much thankful for that. Last but not the least, I thank my daughter who enriched my meaning in life and used to inspire me in her own way. She is Mayuri. Sometimes even by interchanging our roles, I thank her for having put the efforts to all the way from London to grace this occasion. My special thanks to each unit of the High Court who has been instrumental for the effective coordination in order to make this occasion a grand success. To conclude, I wholeheartedly thank all those tangible and intangible forces which helped and destined to make it happen and set this as a milestone in my life. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I request Honorable Srimati Justice Tamilchelvi T. Valayapalayam to give reply.
Good morning, my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges of our Chartered High Court, Learned Advocate General and Additional Advocate General, Law Officers of Central and State Government, Chairman, Tamil Nadu Bar Council, President and Office Bearers of various Bar Association of Madras and Madurai Bench, Presiding Officers of District Judiciary, Members of the Bar, Registrar General, other registrars, staff of this Chartered High Court, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to sincerely thank from the bottom of my heart all those who were instrumental throughout my career. This day not only marks the successful completion of my 25 years of service at the subordinate judiciary, but also the beginning of my journey at this Chartered High Court. At this wonderful moment, I wish to express my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court Collegium, the Honorable Supreme Court Judge from the State of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Mr. Justice V. Ramasubramaniam, the Honorable Collegium, presided by the then Chief Justice Vijay Kamlesh Tehil Ramani, Honorable Mr. Justice Vineet Kothari, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, and the Honorable Administrative Committee, for having reposed faith and given me the opportunity to serve in the judiciary. I would like to thank my beloved Honorable Chief Justice Amreshwar Pratap Sahi, under whom I served as a Registrar Judicial at Madurai Bench. I felt blessed all these days serving under him. I saw in him a lovable mentor who always cared for this institution. Thank you, my Lord. At this juncture, I also place my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Devanathan, Registrar Administration, and Mrs. C.B. Meena, Additional Registrar, IT Statistics, staff of Madurai Bench, for rendering all their support and cooperation throughout in the registry. I am grateful to the members of all the district boards where I served for their support throughout my journey as a trial judge. I also thank the Learned Advocate General, Mr. Vijay Narayanan, for his warm welcome speech. My gratitude will be incomplete without remembering and thanking my government school teachers and my senior late C. Ponusami and my friends who were instrumental in my growth. On this day, I fondly remember and miss my mother, Mrs. P.K. Lakshmi, who stood by me throughout my career till her last breath. I also extend my thanks to my sister, my second mother, Mrs. Manimegalai Santanamani, who sacrificed a lot for my growth and well-being. I am accompanied by my husband and my two beloved children, Amrita and Vaishak, and my in-laws. I must really appreciate them for coping with my work schedule. Before stepping in, I ensured that I would endeavor my best to uphold the glory of this institution. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, my lord. May I conclude the proceedings, my lord? National anthem.